Joining me on the live stream coming up next Monday, November 8th at 4:15 p.m. Pacific time is the one and only Vince DiCola, the composer of Transformers the movie. He will also be joined by Kenny Meriedeth, who worked with Vince on a number of projects, including the Transformers Devastation video game, as well as the Transformers Angry Birds video game, as well as some other projects as well. So I am absolutely stoked and pleased to welcome both Vince and Kenny onto the Mike Seibert Radio live stream for an interview. And we're going to talk about a handful of things. We're going to talk about Transformers the movie, but it's as I'm going to share during the show, it's a really good time to be a Vince DiCola fan. Earlier this year, his solo album "Only Time Will Tell" dropped. I talked about that on the podcast a bit. I'd like to get into it a little more when I have Vince on the show. But Vince and Kenny together, they're really excited to talk about the soundtrack for Transformers Devastation that was announced during PulseCon, that it was going to be released on digital platforms coming up on November 5th. So by the time I talk to them on November 8th, it will already have been available for folks to enjoy. And yeah, I'm really excited to chat with the both of them, because I've been meaning to chat with Vince for some time. I think I started corresponding with his manager Peter back in June, and then I see the announcement for the re-release of Rocky IV, and then I see the announcement at PulseCon, and really that's what kind of lit the fire back underneath me, because I did want to have Vince on the show sometime during this year to celebrate the 35th anniversary of Transformers the movie. But while we're there, we'll talk about the re-release of Rocky IV, which I believe is called now Rocky IV: Rocky V Drago Ultimate Director's Cut. I think I got the copyright on that. That is going to be released on November 11th. They're doing a Fathom event screening, and then it should be available on home video and streaming and all of that as well. So that's all going to be super exciting. And if you are just joining me, I've made my special guest announcement coming up on Monday, November the 8th at a special time of 4:15 p.m. Pacific time. I will be joined by Vince DiCola and Kenny Meriedeth. They worked on the Transformers Devastation video game. They did the score for that, and that music is going to be available on November 5th on your favorite streaming platforms. I just checked the link a little bit ago, and it's basically on everything. It's it's going to be on Spotify and Apple Music and Amazon and all that other stuff. So I'm going to be really excited to chat with them about that particular score. They also collaborated on the score for the Transformers Angry Birds video game, and both of those video game scores have a lot of connectivity to Vince's score for Transformers the movie, which one of the things that I am excited to share with Vince when he is on my show with me is that I've had the opportunity with a couple folks, with Flint Dilley, story consultant of Transformers the movie, and then obviously Stan Bush as well, who performed the Touch and Dare from the soundtrack. Is really when I have these folks, these guests on my show talking specifically about Transformers the movie related stuff, I just want to take the time to look at them, virtually, here and just tell them thank you for contributing to a movie that is very special to me and is very important to me. So I'm hoping to get that opportunity as well while we're talking about other cool projects that both Vince and Kenny were working on. A couple things I want to talk about. I mentioned this earlier, but the re-release of Rocky IV, Vince is actually going to be, he's been invited to an upcoming, I think it's the premiere. So Vince has been invited to the premiere of Rocky IV: Rocky V Drago dash the Ultimate Director's Cut. That is the world premiere in Philadelphia. That is going to be on November 11th. They're going to be doing some Q&A, and it looks like it's going to be a really really cool event and a really cool celebration of the movie. But I also wanted to talk about something that's really special that's going on now. Vince posted about this a handful of days ago, but he had previously done a symphonic rock suite of his music from Rocky IV, and they just recently announced that music is now available on digital and CD from Notefornote Music. And Vince's and this, coincides with the celebration of the re-release of Rocky IV, but Vince has agreed to autograph and sign the first CD orders. So if you wanted to get a autographed copy of Rocky IV, the Symphonic Rock Suite, that's a cool opportunity to do that. I think I've already shared that post on my social media channels, but that's something we're checking out. I just actually got my digital edition today, and I was listening to it a little bit before I went live here, and it's pretty cool. It's a performance, that part of a performance done in Spain back in 2019. And yeah, so to hear that music from Rocky IV with kind of like the full symphony treatment was really cool. So I would recommend that you check that out. Actually, if you want to check out that and some of Vince's other music that he's got available, he actually just posted about this today on his official Facebook page. Vince DiCola did, and I'm actually just going to read from this post here from Vince. Dear friends and fans, many of you have been asking where you can buy some of my older CDs. Well, the good news is there is finally a place, Notefornote Music. They only have 49 bundles of 4 CDs. So it's 4 albums: Falling Off a Clef, Found Objects, Of Two Minds, and Invincible, with Vince being in the Vince and Invincible. I actually have that album. I bought it off of Vince when I saw him at a TFCon LA back in 20. But he indicates if you order a bundle, they are throwing in a free autographed copy of the soon to be released Rocky the Symphonic Rock Suite for free. In these CDs, you'll actually be able to hear music from Kenny Meriedeth and Vince DiCola, who will be joining me on the live stream coming up next Monday, November 8th, 4:15 p.m. Pacific. So across these 4 CDs, there's music Vince DiCola and Kenny Meriedeth from the film Sci-Fighter, the Angry Birds Transformers, and the Transformers Devastation, Transformers Rocky IV, as well as many cues and songs from Vince's career. These CDs are not being sold separately, so you can only get them as a 4 CD bundle, but that does include the new Rocky IV Symphonic Rock Suite added as a extra free CD, and there's a link to order out on Vince's Facebook. I've shared that post on both Facebook and Twitter, so you can check that out. I will share it again between now and Monday, and I'll have it in the show notes as well, so folks can get that. But it's Again, that bundle is only limited to 49 copies. Well, I guess 48 now because I bought one today. So I'm definitely making sure I am getting that. So yeah, super limited edition. They might even be gone by the time the interview happens on the 8th. So that's another reason why I want to do this as a live stream and just kind of get this out now while there was the opportunity there, because I just want to let you know about that exciting opportunity. So yeah, so there it is. Coming up next Monday, Vince DiCola and Kenny Meriedeth will be my guests on the show. We're going to talk Transformers, we're going to talk Rocky, and I'm sure that there's several other topics that you would like me to cover with Vince DiCola and Kenny Meriedeth as well. So if there is something you would like to ask me, and folks have already messaged me from when I was looking to get Vince on during the summer, so I do have some questions banked up from then. But if you would like me to ask Vince DiCola and Kenny Meriedeth a question, you can connect with me in any of the classic ways. You can send me an email, mikeseibertradio@gmail.com, or you could message me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all of those at Mike Seibert Radio. And yeah, I'm really excited for the opportunity, and I am glad that it coincides timing wise with the re-release of Transformers the movie for the 35th anniversary, as well as the director's cut of Rocky IV coming out this month as well, along with the digital release of the Transformers Devastation soundtrack, and now with the Rocky IV Symphonic Rock Suite being released as well. And you know me, basically, like, I there are a lot of folks that I would like to talk to, but I think for me to do an interview with somebody on Mike Seibert Radio, I I need something to promote. So, like, for example, I didn't talk to Stan Bush until he had a new album, in this case, his 14th studio album, Dare to Dream, which is available now. And it's like, as soon as that was out, I'm like, cool, that's my opportunity. Flint Dille wrote a book, The Games Master. Cool, great opportunity to have him on. And now it's very much the same thing with these works of Vince DiCola and Kenny Meriedeth. So I think it's a terrific time to welcome them onto the show. So you can look forward to that.